Okay, morning. Welcome to the Mayor's Update from the regular meeting of Council, April 10th. Pretty short meeting. First one, we had a delegation from C5 Rodeo and the High River Ag Society. So Trish Seitz from C5 Rodeo and Justin Ament from the Ag Society just came in to give us an update as to what their plan is for this year and different ideas they've got to make that event bigger and better. So I think the main piece that came out of it, Justin was talking about the need for volunteers. Last year they pulled that whole event off Guy Weedick Days with 5 volunteers, including himself and other people with the Ag Society. So we need way more volunteers to get out there and lend a hand. So if you're interested and want to help these guys out, just contact the Ag Society and talk to Justin, and they'll give you a job to do and put you in the right spot. So great job by them. Really, we went into our unaudited year-end financial performance, and really what comes out of this is a $781,754 surplus that we had. Sounds like we didn't budget properly, but I'll tell you the way this works. We're still doing flood financing, is what I call it, flood financials, where we budget for a certain amount of dollars, recovery dollars, that we know we're getting from the government, because we can't budget for stuff that hasn't been approved by the government yet. So, you know, this is the way it goes. We budgeted for $3.5 million in grants to be received. We actually received $12.7 million. Same again on the expense side. $7 million we budgeted for, $13 million is what the expenses came in at. So this is still all going through flood recovery stuff and flood recovery financing that we get from the grants that we get from the provincial government. Cola, our CFO, explained that we're still 2 or 3 years away from getting this all smoothed out and back into regular financials and financial reporting without the flood stuff in it. So all this stuff is available on the website if you want to see it. From there, we just went into Community Volunteer Committee and Board Member Management Policy. This is just a policy that puts together how we do our volunteer recognitions and manage our boards and committees. So we got rid of a couple of really old ones that didn't really fit with the way we do things now. So Shelley Coote and Caitlin Asmussen came in and just explained that really quick. It was easy done and no-brainer. So that's that. We got an update on downtown construction, and like I mentioned to you last year, no massive big projects, but there are these little intersection tie-ups and tie-ins and intersection cleanup and finishing touches going on. So that'll be till about the beginning of July that'll stop, and then we get into doing the top lift on the pavement. Yes, some of those intersections still need the top lift on. You wait a year at least before you put the top lift on. So top lifts will go on in July. Those are just, you know, a day here, a day there closures. So we're getting through it, almost done. What else do we got? That was the meeting. Brief talk about what's going on, a little update from Jody that we had with the ECDEV end of things. Businesses in High River, that 21 businesses, new businesses that have opened up in the first quarter of this year. So storefront businesses, I'll just name a few of them. These are the ones that got back to us and said we could publish their names. So I don't know why you wouldn't, but that's their business, not mine. High River Business Center opened up. White Bull Clothing opened up. Peculiar on 3rd Avenue. Leather and Jewelry Works. Room at Home Inc. The Soundwave Hearing Center on 4th Avenue. Blue Frog Tattoo on 3rd. Gibson's Variety up by Subway, just to the south of McDonald's. Small Town Comfort. Tassa Coffee Bar, that's Paulo that took over the old Colossi's Coffee Bar in Charles Clark Medical Center. Home-based businesses that opened up, CD and Bree, Cara Woodley, Addy Travel and Tours Agency, Enchanted High River, Garden Pros Landscaping, Randall Handles Horticulture Limited. That's that. Lots happening with businesses coming into town and opening up and people doing their own home-based things, so it's fantastic to see. Going into May is still Emergency Preparedness Month, and lots of things that are going to be going on. Live test of the High River Emergency Notification System, so High River Alert. If you are not signed up for High River Alert, go on to our website and we will get you signed up with that, or you can do it yourself. The siren test will go off as well in May. Publication of the new Household Emergency Guide. This is something that's, people are going, why are you still doing this? But yes, we are the most well-protected community in Canada from flood risk. Now, that does not mean that we just become complacent and lazy like we were before with this. What happened is what happened, and we're not going to fall asleep on it ever again, regardless of how much protection we have in play. We are in a very, very, very solid position for being safe. But nobody ever knows unless you can tell me and predict weather. I think we just need to be prepared. Don't fall asleep. Opportunities to participate in neighborhood block parties. This is something that comes back from what we experienced shortly after the flood as to how you really got to know your neighbors and you really got to know those that are around you, and it's part of the safety aspect. The closer we are together within our own blocks and with our neighbors, the better off we all are. So this is the neighborhood block parties. You can rent the little trailer the town has and do your sumo wrestling fights and your barbecues and everything else. So it's just a fun thing to be able to do. In the community cafe, this is happening on May 10th. Don't know where yet. Look for more information as to where that's going to take place. But again, that's just getting the community connected again as we go through this. So High River Alert, that's a big one. www.highriver.ca. You'll see the banner on there. You click on it and you sign up. Sends you notifications whenever there's anything big, emergencies, regardless of flood. It could be anything. So it's a good thing to be tied into. So thanks very much. You know how to get a hold of us. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.